guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new tuning in, my name's Danielle, and this week I'm going to give you guys tips on relationships. I know that this is a huge topic amongst people of all ages because everyone wants to be in a relationship or they find themselves in a situationship. So I thought, why not make a video about it? And this is also my first mukbang, whatever you want to call it. I will be eating spicy noodles, 3 packs of it, and I have my milk ready. But first, I'm going to just dive right into the questions because I know this is going to be a process. So my first question here is, why do men cheat? I know this is like a huge deal with women. All women think that men are cheaters, this and the other, but honestly, I know men cheat just as much as women. And us being straight women, we only deal with men. So of course we're going to think like only men cheat. But anyway, to answer your question, I honestly don't think it has anything to do with the woman. I mean, there could be a couple of reasons. One, everyone says like the relationship is lacking something. It could be lacking something. Maybe you just aren't the one for him and he doesn't have the heart to tell you, or he just, doesn't want to be in a relationship. Anyways, yeah. So he just doesn't want to be in a relationship. Or it could be his self-esteem. I know a lot of times men have issues with themselves and they feel that to boost their ego, it means how much women they can get, even though they're in a relationship that's loving, caring, all the above. Sometimes they just do that to boost their own ego. And that really means that they're just not mature. They're not mature enough to handle a real situation. And they probably shouldn't be in a relationship for a long time. My second question is, why do guys say they want to be with you but do everything to F up? This is an interesting question because I feel like it pertains to a lot of young women in my age bracket and maybe even younger. Obviously, I think women all ages, to be honest. But I think when guys say they want to be with you, but they do everything in their power to mess up, I just think they're immature. You're not the one for them because the guy's going to act right for the one that they really and truly want. Or 3, mental illness. And that's something that, he has to deal with himself. It's not something that you can fix or, anyone else can fix. That's something that he's going to have to deal with on his own. Well, I'm going to try and dig into this. Spicy noodles. Okay, so my third question is, why do guys always say, I'm trying to see where things go, instead of saying they don't want you? Now, this is another interesting, they're all interesting because they drive conversation and thought, but I think that guys sometimes don't want to be alone, or they want to keep someone around just in case. I'm sorry, these are really hot. Just in case. So they want to see where things go, meaning they're going to see where things go with a bunch of women instead of seeing where things go with one woman. It's one thing to be, on your way to a relationship. You guys are dating and he wants to see where things go. But it's another thing for him to say he wants to see where things go and there's no building, there's no growing. It's just the same, you stay in the same place. I feel like as a woman or as a man, if a woman says this to you, don't waste your time. Because I feel like once you start dating someone, you already know where you want things to go. Whether it's be in a relationship, get married, or just messing around and you don't really see a future. Sorry. If he's saying, Oh, I want to see where things go, and nothing changes. You guys aren't building, you guys aren't growing together. And what I mean by that is like you guys aren't really doing much. You just doing the same thing over and over again. Chances are he probably doesn't see you guys going anywhere and is just along for the ride, whatever you're going to do for him. But if he's saying he wants to see where things go and you guys are building and you can see you guys are getting closer and he shows that, you're the only one for him right now, go for it. My fourth question is, what does it mean when he says, I really be too busy? This question, I think, is really annoying because if somebody really wants to be around you or build with you, it doesn't matter how busy they are, they're always going to make time for you. So by someone saying, I'm just too busy right now, it means you're not a priority. And it means, they probably don't have time for a relationship right now or to date or, whatever you guys are meeting up to do. He or she doesn't have time for it. But if it was truly, honestly, truly important to them, they would make time because no one is too busy to make time for people that they care about. So if you keep getting that runaround saying he's too busy, this and that, I would probably just do you and don't really respond until he or she proves that they're not that busy and they take the initiative to really make time for you. My fifth question, do women ever think they have a good guy and you don't need to act crazy? Oh, well, I'm a woman, so I definitely can respond to this, for all my women out there. I just want to say this. Every single woman or young girl that I know has been hurt by a man. Every single one of them. There is not one woman or little girl that I know that hasn't been hurt by a man, whether it be her father or a boyfriend or a brother or a guy best friend or a guy that's, messing around, doesn't really know what he wants. They all been hurt. So I feel like as a man or as a guy, you should know what, your woman is up against. So let's say you are a good guy and you find a good woman. She is definitely going to come with some trust issues because her entire life she's been told, men are dogs. They dog women in their teenage years. They dog women in their early 20s. They cheat. They lie. Like, when you find a good guy, it's going to be like an eye-opener. Like, what? Where have you been hiding under a rock? Like, it's just so surreal when you finally find that guy that is not on that with you. So, of course, a woman is going to come with a little bit of trust issues. She is going to act crazy. But I say if you guys are like 5 years in, 3 to 5 years, and she's still trying to check your phone and all of that, you probably should let her go. But of course, a woman's going to come a little crazy just because, she probably has dealt with a lot. Because I feel like men, they're go-getters with women. They always want to chase women, have hoes, and be the man. But you don't know and realize that that's like damaging and hurting women in the process. So by the time men want to settle down and find themselves a good woman, they have to realize they spent so much time dogging women. Don't you think other men have spent that same amount of time dogging women too? So all these women out here getting dogged out. So by the time you find someone that you think is, someone you want to spend a lot of time with, build, she's going to come with some trust issues. And vice versa with men and women. I know men think, women aren't this and that, and they cheat too, which they do. So you just have to realize people are going to come with some trust issues and a little bit of craziness. So my sixth question, how do I keep my relationship fresh? I would say just start doing little nice things, surprises, just little things that make the relationship fresh, like little gifts, like just because gifts, or, just because dinners, or do something spontaneous. Just start thinking of outside of the box things. Because once you guys start getting in that routine, I know that time can go by really quick and you guys are going to get comfortable just doing the same thing every day. But just make sure, you spice it up a little bit here and there, do different things, do something out of the routine. And even if it's going to cost you a couple hours of sleep, it'll be worth it because it'll put a smile on your significant other's face. And it'll start building new memories and cherishing memories, that you'll have forever. I should probably start digging in because these are a lot. Okay. My question number 7. Is it bad to be picky when it comes to dating? No. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish these, but no, it's not bad to be picky at all. I was picky, really picky. Picky with my time, picky with everything. You can't just let anybody have access to you because it's just a waste of time. This day and age, I know a lot of single people that just getting disappointment after disappointment. It's like they think they found somebody and they realize, something about them turns them off. I just say, know your standards. Know what you like, what you don't like. Know what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. If you're looking for somebody that doesn't have kids, okay. Make sure you put that out there. Because if you, hold on. Because if you don't like someone that has kids, but then you find some guy or girl, sorry about that, that has kids, and they got all the qualities you want, but they have a kid, and then you settle for that, whew, you're going to resent them, and you're going to resent the child. So, like I said, know your likes, know your dislikes. Know what you're going to put up with and know what you're not going to put up with. If you're not going to put up with kids, don't even look at somebody that has kids. And basically, it's not bad to be picky. Because in the end, this is someone that you're going to be spending your time with. And you don't want that to go to waste. Because we're not getting any younger. Question number 8. How long should a couple be together before an engagement? Whew. I just feel like it really doesn't matter based off time a little bit. I'll just say a little bit. Because the couple has to be together on the same page mentally. You have to be together. You have to be on the same page. You have to just be mentally and spiritually together on the same page. And what I mean by that is, say you're in a relationship, you've been together for a couple years, but you guys still fight about the same things. Which meaning maybe he or she cheated once in the relationship, and you guys can't get over that. You still get mad over that same issue. I'm just using cheating as an example off the top of my head. And you still get mad at that same issue. You probably should not be getting engaged anytime soon because that could tear people apart. Financially, I know a lot of people want to be financially ready. And here's my thing with that. It's one thing to be financially ready, but it's another thing to be waiting on something that's never going to happen. I know some couples that get married because, they feel like, they want to become that one, a union together, but they aren't financially ready, but they don't care. And they want to have that smaller, close-knit wedding. And that's okay. If that works for you, that works for you. But I just say mentally ready, financially ready. And, I feel like there should be steps taken before the engagement. Some people, they want to just jump right into marriage, that's cool. Whatever works for you. But, I feel like maybe you guys should move in, you know, get financially ready. Move in together, see how that works out. Because you could get married, move into together, and then you realize, wait a minute, I didn't know, he or she was like this. I didn't realize, we weren't as compatible as we thought. Excuse me. So I would just say maybe, after you've been together for a couple years. Now, waiting too long, I definitely see your issue there. I feel like if you guys been together for like 10 years and there's no ring, I would start, before 10 years, because that's kind of like, a long time. I would start asking questions maybe around like 5 to 6 years. Because like I mentioned previously, when a man gets together with you or a woman, they know their intentions with you. It's not like it's going to take them 10 years to figure out, oh man, and he or she is the one, like, I really think I want to do this. Like, no, you knew that getting together with her or him, like, you know what, I could really see myself spending my life with this person. Like, let me start building with them. So by 5 6 years go by, I would say like, hey, what are we doing? What's going on? Because I don't, you don't want to waste your time. If this person's mind has changed on marriage, you need to know that. So to answer the question, I would say, maybe 5 to 6 years, because I understand people want to get their lives together. We're in a transitional phase in our 20s. You just want to do better for ourselves and get settled before we start, becoming one with someone. My 9th question. Bouncing from relationship to relationship, good or bad? What is a good amount of time to wait for your next relationship? Okay, so if you've been in a long-term relationship and you guys break up, I'm going to say you need to be single for a while. It doesn't matter if the relationship was a year, 5 years, 6 years. If it's long-term, you need to be single. You need to learn to be by yourself. You need to learn how to, not have that person in that routine. And not have anyone in that routine. Let's say you get out of a 4-year relationship and you jump right into another relationship. Now, you're not even, dealing with that closure. You're just masking it by having someone else there. And I don't think that is healthy at all, because you're not learning how to be by yourself. Everyone should know how to be by themselves. They should not be dependent on someone else to make them happy, or dependent on someone else to make them not feel alone. Okay. And so what is a good amount of time to wait for the next relationship? I would say if you got out of like years long relationship, you need to be single for a couple years. But if it was like 6 months, obviously, I would just give it a couple months, maybe to a year. But you definitely need a lot of time alone. Is keeping in contact with your ex okay? If you're in a relationship, a healthy, meaningful relationship, I don't see a reason why you need to keep in contact with your ex at all. Like, at all. Because I really just don't see why you would need to keep in contact with your ex at all. I don't. You can be best of friends. You can have the most cordial breakup. I just really don't see why you would need to keep in contact with that person, especially like if they're being invited over family functions and stuff like that. Now, if you're single and you want to keep in contact with your ex, obviously I really don't see why you shouldn't, unless you're trying to like grow and learn not to be around that person. But I really just don't see why you need to keep in contact with an ex. I don't. Can exes be genuine friends? I think they could be genuine friends if you're single. I honestly, no. I'm lying. I don't think you can be genuinely friends with someone that you've had sexual relations with, because once that is like into play, you're going to see that person sexually. You're never going to see them just friends. You guys have so much history together. and you've broken through barriers and stuff like that. And if you're in another relationship, healthy, committed, I don't see why you should be genuinely friends with your ex. Excuse me, I really don't. I just think that's a little weird. It's almost like you can't let go of something, which might even mean you probably should be back with them. If they're in your life for such a long time, and you can't let go of them, that's a sign that you probably aren't over them for sure. Thanks for watching my video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. If there's any other questions that I missed or that you wanted to touch on, feel free to direct message me. Thanks for watching.